Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So I figured I'd do kind of a wash and chat tonight. I haven't washed the car in a little while. It's gotten pretty dirty since I've been driving it. So I figured I would just do a wash in the garage. So I hope everyone had a nice 4th of July. First couple days here it was rainy, so couldn't do much, but Sunday and Monday was really nice. I spent pretty much my whole Sunday putting together a second shed for a backyard, so that ate up most of my day, but it was fun for the most part. We have a big shed that I built a while ago in the back, and I use that all for like lawn equipment and that kind of stuff, lawnmowers. And then, we had all the kids stuff. We had a really tiny little shed as well that the house came with. Kids stuff accumulates and all that. And, the bigger they get, the bigger their stuff is. So we need to get a second bigger shed. So I ended up picking another bigger shed up. And I built this one as well. So it houses all the kids' bikes and power wheels and all that stuff, which is really nice. So it keeps it out of the garage. And then I don't have to worry about bikes bumping into cars and all that stuff. So yeah, spent most of my Sunday doing that. Actually, all of my Sunday doing that. So I'm happy that's done. That was like kind of weighing on my shoulders of doing that, but I'm glad it's done. All the kids stuff is organized and away. Now I am having time to, play with the car a little bit, clean it up. It's supposed to be a little rainy this week, so I don't know if I'm going to drive it that much, but I figure I might as well clean it up while I have the time. So the last thing I did to the car was the Veris Engineering front splitter. I love it. I love the way it looks, but I'm also interested in picking up an Aeroflow carbon V1 front splitter. I wanted to try that one as well, but right now they're out of stock, just like everything else. So once that comes in, I'll pick one of those up and I'll try one of those out. I'm going to get the carbon one, even though I said in my last video I didn't want to do carbon, but I just want to try it out. I really do like the Veris one, but I just wanted to try the Aeroflow one out as well and see if I like that, which one I like better. But next up for the car is finally stage 3. Now I have my appointment with RT Tuning on July 20th and 21st to get all my stage 3 parts put on, which is Grimspeed catted downpipe, Grimspeed turbo heat shield, the Grimspeed electronic boost control solenoid, all the Cobb fueling, so fuel rails, injectors. I'm doing the 1050X injectors from Cobb. Also doing the fuel lines, fuel pressure regulator, and I'm doing their AEM fuel pump. I'm also getting Revol oil pressure and wideband gauges as well in the cubby. So that's getting all installed. Obviously you guys know I'm a very do-it-yourself kind of person, but for something like that, where you're kind of messing with all the fueling and I kind of wanted a professional do it. Also, I'm getting the car custom tuned, dyno tuned, pro tuned, whatever you want to call it. So after all that is installed, they're putting it on the dyno and going to dial in the tune for me. I'm not shooting for numbers or anything like that, like you guys know. I just want a nice conservative tune, nothing crazy. So it should be a lot of fun. That is coming in, like I said, 2 weeks or so. Obviously there's going to be videos on, the install of that. I'm not going to be able to be, getting clips of actually them installing it personally, but they're going to get me some clips of all the parts going on. Obviously they're going to get the dyno, which is nice, because I believe they're still kind of adhering to the COVID restrictions and all that stuff. They're not letting people hang out in their shop and stuff, so which is fine. I totally get it. I'm really looking forward to that. So once obviously I get that done, there's going to be videos on driving the car and kind of giving my feedback of what I think of stage 3, what should or shouldn't you do. So I'm really interested in seeing how the car reacts, how the car feels. I'm not really expecting much, which is a good sign. I guess this is the way you should really go into it. You should just, not expect like it's going to be life-changing, and then if it is, it's that much better. But honestly, for kind of the numbers that I'm going for and what I'm thinking, you guys are probably going to question why I spent all that money on going stage 3, but either way, it should be fun. I think you guys are going to be interested in seeing the results and kind of the next stage of the car. But currently, I don't have anything coming right now. I'm just really enjoying how the car is. Actually, I do have a few pieces of titanium works bolts, a few leftovers. I have those coming. I'm not going to make a video on it, obviously, because I've made so many videos on that. Unless you guys want me to, I certainly will, but I don't want to kind of overload you with the same content over and over. But either way, that is coming. But I don't really have anything specific coming right now. I really don't want anything other than the power, like we talked about, because honestly, the car is perfect right now. There's nothing I want to change. It's driving great and everything, and I really like the way it looks right now. Yes, I am going to get the hood painted, but I'm probably going to do that over winter while the car is not being driven, just so I can have the hood off. I don't have to worry about getting it back on the car and all that stuff right away. Plus, give me kind of a winter project. So I'm not sure where I'm going to take it, but hopefully they don't have to keep the car. I'd rather just bring the hood, because I don't want to have to worry about a car being there for a week or so, however long it takes to get painted and all that. But we will see. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with my exhaust. It's pretty loud to begin with. It's a Delta Motorworks non-resonated mid-pipe with a muffler delete axle back. So it should be interesting once I get the Grimspeed catted downpipe on. I'm obviously expecting it to get louder, but I don't want it to be crazy loud. So we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I think I would just pick something up quieter if it comes down to it. I was thinking about the AWE Touring exhaust. That's probably the only other exhaust that interests me. But I don't know. We'll see. I might love it. It's, the exhaust right now has a great tone to it. Actually, I haven't heard any other STI sound this way. I know they all sound very similar, but for some reason this exhaust makes it sound better. I don't know. I guess I'm a little biased, but either way, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. If it's going to be too loud or it's going to change the sound up. But I will report, obviously, once I get some time with it and what I think, and if it's too much, too loud, too quiet, whatever, I will let you guys know. But that kind of brings me to my next point, because I'm probably going to bring this back to being a daily driver for a little bit, because my lease on the Outback is up in August. And while I do plan on getting another daily driver, I don't think I'm going to get one right away. And that is simply because the used car market right now is absolutely insane. It's a great seller's market, but buying right now is just ridiculous. Used cars are being sold, for brand new prices, which is definitely not a good move. So I'm probably going to daily drive this again for a couple months. And then right before winter, I plan to pick another one up, if not sooner. But it's I'm going to be watching the market closely and seeing what happens. But right now, I'm sure you guys know, everybody is selling their cars like crazy because the market is nuts. I mean, people are selling their STIs, specifically for 35, 36, 37, sometimes even more than they paid for it because they bought it used or even new, which is crazy. I did the value of this car, the Carvana, and seeing how much it was worth, and I was like, geez, it's insane. I can easily sell this car for what I bought it for. Granted, all the mods on it and everything, I'd have to remove them, but it's pretty insane. Plus, you see all your friends and everything getting new cars, and it gets your mind going and thinking, like, should I sell mine? And I've thought about it a couple times, but I was like, I can't. This car is just not necessarily I'm too deep with it. I'm still enjoying it too much to really let it go. And when I do pick something else up, I'm really trying to hang on to this one because I would love to be able to keep this and just, you know, every car I've gotten in the past, I've had to sell, you know, what I had to get the next thing. And I'm trying to be patient and hanging on to this one. So, you know, when the time comes, I can just pick something else up and keep this. I'm not being pressured to sell anything or, you know, just to get into something else. I would like to keep this and then pick something else up. I feel like it'd be much less stressful and just kind of, you know, find what you need. You're not in any deadline or anything like that. So we'll see. Fireworks going off naturally. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was, you know, obviously when you do this, you know, these kind of videos and stuff, and you're kind of putting yourself out there, the more people that are interested in you, you know, you get more opinions and all that stuff. And you get a lot of numbnuts saying dumb things. But there's one comment somebody mentioned to me, and I guess wanted to talk about. So someone asked me, you know, is it worth it putting all this money into a car, into your car? And it really got me thinking, why do I enjoy this so much? Why do I enjoy spending, you know, all this money on kind of one hobby? And to me, I mean, yes, it's worth it, 100%. You know, it's hard to describe when somebody is passionate about something and they really enjoy what they're doing. You know, money is really not the object here. Like for me, I don't even really, you know, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't really look at the cost of what I'm spending on my car. Because to me, it brings more joy out of modifying it and creating, you know, the vision that I have than spending the money. You know, obviously some of the parts, you know, you cringe a little bit when you hit purchase or submit. It's just, to me, it's like, I don't even think about it, just because it brings me more joy doing this kind of stuff than thinking about, oh, this cost that, how much am I gonna get, you know, when I try to sell this or that, or, you know, it doesn't compute in my mind, because I just get so much joy out of just doing this. So yeah, to me, it is worth it. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But at the same time, some of you are probably looking at yourself like, what? You know, I get it. I've been there before where I'm counting pennies with every single little thing that I do. Not that I don't do that now. But, you know, I've been there before. I've been there where, you know, I'm idolizing certain builds and I want to do this and that, and I'm just not able to. You know, I've been there. People that don't really follow me, and, you know, this is maybe their first video that they've seen, you know, they just see my car and they just think, wow, this guy's spending this and that on this car, you know, what's the point? And I get it. I totally get it. You know, but a lot of people need to realize, you know, this has taken me over 4 years to get to this point. You know, I've had this car since 2017. You know, and I've saved up, and, you know, I'm just like you guys. I'm not some billionaire or anything like that where I can just spend whatever I want. You know, I do it just like you guys. I look up parts every single night, figuring out what I want to do, save up for it, and then, you know, I purchase what I want, and then I make videos for you guys. It's a pretty simple formula. But, you know, what I do differently with this car is I, you know, just wait to get what I want. in the past with other cars, I've, you know, maybe got option B or option C because I couldn't afford option A. And then I really, you know, and then ultimately ended up selling option B and C and, you know, getting A. So it costed me more in the long run. So I've learned from that. And I took this car and I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna wait and save up for it and get what I really want. You know, and you're looking at it. Everything that you see here is what I've kind of envisioned and always wanted to do. And this kind of goes along the same thing. A lot of people ask me, you know, you do all this to your car, you don't drive it that much, you know, what's the point? And again, same thing. I get so much enjoyment out of just, you know, washing it and caring for it and obviously driving it and modifying it, that it just doesn't bother me. I don't mind that I don't drive it every single day like you guys anymore, like I used to. You know, I get just as much enjoyment coming in the garage, looking at it, as I would driving it. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You know, I love coming in the garage to a clean car, just hanging out in here and, you know, looking at the car and admiring it. You know, I've always wanted to be able to do that, and, you know, I'm very grateful that I have an opportunity to be able to do that. So, you know, if you're in a position to be able to modify your car and not really have to worry about what you're spending and just enjoying the process, I highly recommend it. It's really nice. You know, obviously I'm not sitting here spending whatever the heck I want. I'm obviously budgeting for certain things and taking my time. But I mean, obviously it's taken 4 years to get here. It's not like I just got all this stuff right away. But, you know, you guys are looking at the fruits of my labor, of everything that I've kind of been visioning in my head for a long time, and I'm kind of at that point where this is exactly where I wanted it. All right, so we finished washing it. It looks good. Man, I absolutely, if you never ceramic coated your car and you don't have yours done, highly recommend it. It's so easy to clean a car when it's ceramic coated. The dirt just falls right off, and I love it. So now I'm just gonna rinse it off and then apply a layer of bead maker, and yeah, we'll be done. So I'll catch back up with you in a little bit. So we got the car dried up. I just rinsed off with the pressure washer, and then I did my sheeting method, which you guys may know of, that I've done in my drying video. And then I went around with the leaf blower and got out all in the cracks and everything. And now I'm just applying a fresh layer of bead maker, which is my favorite topper, sealant, whatever you want to call it, drying aid. Love this stuff. Keeps the ceramic coating looking good and fresh. Plus it adds a little layer of protection. But yeah, that is all I got for you guys. Nothing crazy, nothing special. I have a couple videos that I would like to try to get done this week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time, but I want to get a review done on the new brakes. You know, now that I got some seat time with it and everything, you know, I've been trying to get that done. And I got a couple other videos. I know a lot of people have been asking me about doing a how-to rev matching video. So I plan on getting that done. So we'll see what this week holds, but I will try to get those videos out for you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up. Not that you guys don't know what my car looks like clean, but I figured I would show you once it's done. But I'm gonna go ahead, turn some music on, and kind of just enjoy the night and wrap this up. So I will catch back up with you in a little bit when the car is complete. So I figured I'd film this. A lot of people always ask how I keep my engine bay so clean. I mean, I just did all the door jams and everything, did bead maker around the entire car, and this is kind of my last step before I finish it off, minus the tires. But I figured I would just show you what I do to clean my engine bay. It's really nothing at all. Some water actually leaks in, as you guys just saw, which actually helps. It gives some slickness, so when you're actually cleaning it, I usually spray my towel with bead maker as well, but I just go around, wipe it down. Nothing extraordinary, nothing crazy. Everyone always asks me, what do I use? How do you keep it so clean? And honestly, this is just it. After every single wash, I just wipe it down like this. I open up the hood, let all the water drain out, and then just wipe it down. And it's as simple as that. Obviously, if you never done this before and your engine bay is super, super dirty and you kind of want to get, a clean slate, I would recommend just using like an all-purpose cleaner, or or you could just even use car wash soap. Spray it on in a little bottle or something, then get a little brush, agitate the areas, and then just pressure wash it off. Obviously, I'm sure you'll be okay, but just watch out for the fuse box, battery, and the intake, and you'll be fine. I think I power washed this whole entire engine bay maybe once or twice in my 4 years of ownership. So, no, I don't do it often at all. It's only once in a while when I do a detail, which is pretty rare. I don't do it too often. But yeah, honestly, this is it. Nothing crazy. Everyone's always surprised when I tell them I just wipe it down after I wash my car. But this is literally it. And as you can see, the rain guards are in, so it kept all the water, from dripping in from the vents on the hood. Obviously, like I said, some water gets in, but when it's raining out or snowing or whatever, your engine bay is going to get wet either way, somewhat. So there's really no difference of rainwater or car wash water. It's pretty much the same. But yeah, there you go. I gotta wipe it down a little bit more, but that's all I do. I don't use any products or anything like that. Super simple. This is just my door jamb towel that I use all around the doors. Then once I'm done, I go in the engine bay and clean it off. And then I'll just get some bead maker, spray it on here, and just kind of wipe down all the carbon and stuff. Just to add a little bit more protection on it. This is coated with ceramic with G-Technic, just like the whole entire car is, so it keeps it looking really, really nice and it stays clean. But I just like to put some bead maker on top of it just to add a little bit of protection, plus it looks really nice when I put it on. So yeah, that is it. I know a lot of people ask me that question, so I figured I would kind of address that in this video. But yeah, almost done. So let me finish this up and then we'll wrap the video up. So we are complete. The wash is done. Probably gonna drive it tomorrow. Usually I keep it in the garage. I put it under the cover for a few days, but the next couple days is supposed to be really nice. So I figured I might as well drive it, get some time in and everything. Figured I would just do a little wash and talk with you guys. I know you guys enjoy them, and it's been a while since I've done one. And yeah, it's fun doing these, kind of just, talk with what's on my mind and everything. And yeah, so you guys enjoy them. Car's looking really good. Like I said, the ceramic coating is just amazing. It makes washing the car so much easier. Hardly have to dry it, and it just turns out amazing every single time. Highly recommend it if you guys haven't done it. Plus bead maker and everything, it's just an unbeatable combo. It looks amazing. So anytime I do these, I always get a lot of questions about the garage and everything. So if you have any questions about the garage or the car, be sure to ask them below. I'll be happy to answer. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you in the next one.